What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Madden 25 Next Gen video on my PS4. Please do me a favor, take a moment, hit the like button for me. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Your criticism in the comment section. As always, play it for you at speed. Ask you to follow me on Twitter. My username is ShutdownSafety. This is online gameplay from a game myself and Virtual Football Player did. He is breaking down his own play from this game. I'll put a link down in the description. We've both selected what we feel were kind of key points in the game. This is a fourth quarter run by Jamaal Charles that helped me kind of run the ball, get the clock wound down, and ultimately seal the win. The things that I wanted to talk about here primarily, first and foremost, is going to be the push from the offensive line. I'm just going to remove the box for a moment and look at how far upfield my offensive line is able to drive back the defenders. This is what makes running successful in the NFL. Now, the other portion we're going to talk about is this block that number 73 has on Adam Jones. I mean, this is how an offensive lineman is going to interact with a cornerback. I mean, you can see he basically pulls over. It allows me to kind of run around Jones and at the same time completely eliminates him from making any impact on the play. So not only do you have proper momentum and speed being reflected here, but you also have that user control that gets Charles around the corner, whereas maybe before we would have seen Jones and Charles kind of stick together even though you had the offensive lineman coming down with the block. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is the tight end up here. McGrath does a great job at sealing the edge and then breaks off. It's something we always talk about, second-level blocking. And in this case, it's a little bit harder to do because, as you can see, Virtual Football Player is taking control of the safety. He's trying to come over and aid in making a tackle or slowing my progress. So the computer has a little bit harder time. Obviously, it's not as computer-controlled. Beautiful block here, though. You can see I kind of run into it as the user. But this is a pretty seamless animation transition where McGrath kind of gets up under the pads of Nelson and pushes him out of the play. And it still does have an impact on Jamaal Charles, which is always good. Now, as you can see here, eventually run out of bounds, kind of get like a weird suction tackle. But to me, that's okay. I mean, again, it's a game. Things like that are going to happen. I was going out of bounds anyway, so I don't mind this, although some might construe it as a late hit. The living worlds here kind of bother me a little bit. I don't see enough sideline interactions. Okay, a few players do go back. But, Andy Reid is standing right here, and even though he does kind of follow the play, it's just not what I expected in terms of what we've seen in the past from games like All-Pro Football 2K8 when you think and talk about the interactions that are occurring on that sideline. I mean, football is a fast game. These players aren't reacting all that fast, and they should really be seeing what's coming and reacting to it as opposed to reacting to it once the players are on the sidelines. So just taking a look at this at speed from Charles' perspective, again, I recommend taking a look down in the comments section, in the description. Check out Virtual Football Player's video of his play from this game, and of course, I'll be back in the week with more content.